Alright, time for pre-draft interviews. Ooh, Warriors. They've got the 7th, right? Ugh.
Nice performance out there. I'm the GM for the Golden State Warriors. We have the 7th overall pick, as well as the 30th pick in this draft, and are considering using one of those picks to select you. First, we'd like to get to know you a little better with some questions. We feel like we already have some great young guards on our roster, in Klay Thompson and Stephen Curry. Where do you see yourself fitting in with those guys?
I just want to get drafted high.
Playing alongside those guys would be great. I really think we would be a force to be reckoned with once we learned each other's tendencies. Honestly, and this might sound crazy, but I feel like I have a much higher ceiling than those guys. I think you know that as well, and that's why you chose to interview me. I want to take this team to the next level, man.
Yeah, that last part might not have been too great, but I think that's pretty good.
Next question. This is a question we ask all our potential draftees, and I want you to answer it as honestly as possible. Where do you see your career going? What do you hope to achieve out of your career? Ultimately, what do you want your legacy to be?
Well, at some point in my career, I'd really like to play close to home. Playing in front of my friends and family at the highest level has been a lifelong dream. That's a good thing for you guys because I'm loyal to a fault. Fiercely loyal, even. I like to settle in a place, get comfortable, and place my focus on my current task. If I can be remembered as a great basketball player and a great man, then I'll be able to look back on my career and be proud.
That was pretty good.
Thanks so much for your time. I don't want to get ahead of myself here, but we would be ecstatic if you're still on board when it's our turn to pick.
Ooh, Cavs of the 4th pick. That would be pretty good.
Good performance tonight out there. As the GM of the Cleveland Cavaliers, I'd like to thank you for taking a moment to answer some questions for us. We have the 4th overall pick, as well as the 24th overall, and are considering using one of those selections on you.
I hope you want to use the 4th one on
we
me.
have a lot of opportunities for you. I'm here to tell you that you have a chance to be our franchise centerpiece if you put in the work. How many other teams can offer you that? That being said, we still have a couple years ahead of us where we're going to be acquiring young talent and assets. We might struggle a bit in those years. Are you going to be able to remain focused during the rebuilding years?
Like I said, I want to get drafted high, so yes.
Definitely. Look, it's clear to me that you guys have a plan. Rebuilding is a means to an end, and you need players who are going to stick it out through both the good times and the bad. If you believe in me, I believe in you and what you're trying to do here. Look, we both just want to win, right?
Okay, last question. Obviously, here in Cleveland, we are a team that is looking to turn things around as we build toward the future. We have some pieces at point with Kyrie and some young guys up front, but there are immediate opportunities to step in and contribute as a perimeter player. Would you be comfortable with the responsibility of stepping right into a significant role on the wing?
That would be pretty good. Starting right away. I mean, I know I won't, but that'd be
welcome the
good.
challenge of stepping into a significant role early on, man. I've seen players come into Cleveland and be able to contribute early, and I think I can be that kind of player. Look, it won't be easy, but I'm ready to put in the work and do what I gotta do to get this franchise to the top of the East, man, for real.
Okay, that's all I have. I love what I heard here. We would love to have you join us. We'll be in touch.
Pistons have the 9th pick.
Greetings, I'm the GM and Director of Player Personnel for the Detroit Pistons. We're picking 9th in the upcoming draft. We love what we saw in you and want to ask you some questions to see how well you'd fit in with us. Question number 1. The team that we built here in Detroit was a rebuilding effort that didn't quite pan out. Obviously, it's difficult to predict the future, but I expect to see a fair amount of roster turnover as we work towards retooling the lineup for another rebuilding effort. How comfortable would you feel coming into a situation where the roster is in a state of flux?
I don't know, man.
It sounds to me like you're asking if I'm comfortable losing in the short term. Sure, I can handle that for a little while as I learn the NBA game. It's not the biggest motivator in the world, but if you're telling me that you guys have a master plan, I can definitely get on board with that as long as it doesn't hold my game back.
All right then, one more. How did you feel about your game tonight? What stood out to you?
None of these options really work. I guess I'll just go with I could have shot better. That one always does well.
I felt pretty good. You know, I could have shot the ball a little better. I could have done some things a little better, but all in all, I think I did okay.
Okay, good stuff. We'll be in touch if we have any other questions.
Alright, hopefully I go to the Cavs in this draft. That would be pretty nice. Let's see where the mock draft has me. Ooh, they've got me 7th.